Tamara's Bargains. Now, we're going shopping. Hello.
Hey everybody, welcome to my channel and happy Monday. Well, happy Mask Monday. Today is May 9th. I hope everybody had a wonderful and beautiful Mother's Day. So I would like to personally wish you a happy Mother's Day. And I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I hope it was blessed, relaxed, and awesome, just like you as a mother. So if you're not yet subscribed, consider subscribing to my channel. If you love come with me's, Dollar Tree hauls, any type of bargain shopping hauls, or Mask Mondays. And this is a Mask Monday, so happy Mask Monday. Today I'm going to be telling you guys the story of how my Lyft driver tried to kidnap me. A crazy story that I didn't think I would ever be telling anybody for real. But yeah, this is a true story, and let's jump right into this. I got my mask called Found, and it's a firming mask. I believe I actually got this from a BoxyCharm. So this one is firming Oregon sheet mask with firming smooth for more youthful looking complexion, 94% natural, and it's one mask, so, and it's to enhance. So let's get started. This mask takes about a 10 to a 20 minute, right? 10 to 20 minutes it said. Yep, leave on for 10 to 20 minutes. So that's about how long the story is going to be. As always, I like to say, grab your favorite snacks and drinks, relax, and let's get into the story. So this happened 4 years ago, and I was working at this one job that some days I had to work night shifts. So I was working a night shift, and at that time, my car was getting fixed. So I had to rely on my, walking to work, which my job wasn't even far at all. I didn't even live 2.5 blocks away from my job. It was like 2 nice blocks that I lived from my job. So basically, I was getting off work one day, and I was grabbing my family a little bit of food before I head in. I think it's backwards, that's what it is. This mask feels like paper towels on my face. So anyways, I'm sitting there, and I was getting off the phone with my husband, and I was like, okay, I should be there shortly. I got food for everybody, and I'm just waiting for the Lyft driver. So I put in the order for a Lyft driver to come pick me up, and this person came not even like 10 minutes later, because it shows you after you place the Lyft order how far your Lyft driver is away. So this Lyft driver was very close, and so he came to my job, pick me up. I get in the car with the food and everything, and I text my husband, and I'm like, I'll be there shortly. So I get in the car. First thing I don't like, whether it's Uber or Lyft, as soon as you get in the car, most of them will put the childproof lock on. Like, why? You got my credit card information in. You've seen that I already paid for my total, so I can't run off without paying you, because you can't even process a payment if you don't have the funds in your account. So you have everything you need. You don't need to childproof me in your back seat. So I get in the car, and that's the first thing, childproofs me in the back seat. And I'm like, for some reason, it was just like already an eerie feeling, like a feeling like, I don't know, a discomfort feeling that I already got. So we're driving, because literally my job, I should have brought like a chalkboard or something to show you. So basically, we're going to say my job's right here, okay? My house is a long stretch going, just a straight stretch, 2 blocks, okay? You could literally go outside my house and see my job. Like, it was just that close. So I'm sitting there like, okay, like, in the name of Jesus, get me home safe, whatever. So, I text my husband on my way home. We're going down the street, and my street, mind you, is dark. And the reason why I did take this Lyft drive was because not only did I get a discount, because I wouldn't take Lyft or Uber, and that's why I would switch back and forth, was because I was getting a discount at that time. So Lyft offered me that discount. So it was like, so many rides, you get half off. So I took it. So I was like, and then the reason why I also took Lyft, even though I could have walked home, it was many reasons why I was like, I'm not going to walk home. First off, there was 2 liquor stores on both sides. So whether I went on this side or this side to walk home at nighttime, because I've done that before, you either get the rowdy crowd on this side messing around with you, or same on this side. And a lot of these people were like my neighbors, and I'd be like, it didn't matter if they knew you or not, they would just be really rude and just annoying when you would walk by. So I didn't want to deal with that. So that's another reason why I took this Lyft and Uber drive. So anyways, I'm in the car and the guy's just like looking around, just really, really strange. And he was about like a stocky, a little bit heavy set of a Hispanic guy. And he was just like, you could just tell something was up with him. He just kind of had like this weird attitude. He didn't want to talk, but he also sounded irritated at the same time. So I'm like, oh my God, what the heck is wrong with him? So my husband, as I'm like, you know, waiting in the car to get home, so he takes this long stretch down. So to get to my house, because at this time, you know, we're on the right side going straight, but my house is actually on the left side, okay? So if you could see that vision. So we're going straight down this one street. So then all of a sudden, you can't just turn, you can't just go, and that's what makes this ride a 2.5 block ride. So as you're going straight down, normally you could just go bam, turn. If there wasn't an intersection or a blockage right there, you could get to my house that way, and it cut it down to a block. But because you can't turn if you're driving a vehicle on that street, you had to keep going all the way down an extra block. Mind you, again, the street, regardless if it's a main street, it was still a dark street. It barely had any street lights on that street. It was just really weird. And a lot of the areas that we have are kind of like that. So anyways, I'm telling him, okay, you're gonna turn, like, see my house? We passed it by because we still had to go straight because that darn intersection was in the way. So literally, I'm like, okay, the next block, you're gonna bust a U-turn, and then we're gonna go down, and then you see where I just pointed? That's my house. But again, he was like, and still just like looking around, like, and I don't know what he was looking for. Like, I was just like, what is he? So my husband's like, text me back, and he's like, hey, how far are you? You should have been home. I said, I know. I said, I should be there in a second. We're about to bust a U-turn. Well, what happens? He misses the first U-turn and decides to keep going. And I was like, so then by then I'm dialing my husband on the phone because I'm like feeling like, whoa, what is going on? He's like weird. He's not talking. He's not friendly. Most of the Uber and Lyft drivers were friendly, very, you know, they were decent, very decent people I met. I didn't meet anybody rude, mean, anything like this, except for this one person. So I'm sitting there like, what the heck? Like, please, in the name of Jesus. Because that's the first thing I start doing. When I have no control over a situation and it makes me panic or catches me almost going to have an anxiety attack, I start to pray. Like, because who else is going to take that burden for me or ease my fear or anything, you know? So that's the first thing I do no matter what. I don't care if it's a small situation, big situation, whatever. I pray. So I'm like, please, in the name of Jesus, like, oh my goodness, please, please. So by then I'm dialing my husband. So the guy misses that first U-turn after I already warned him before we got to that point to make that U-turn. He still didn't want to listen. He still wanted to go his own way. So he goes up another whole block. So mind you, I'm 2 blocks away from my home, or 3 blocks away from my home instead of the 2. So I'm like, okay, the next one, you see right there, you're going to bust a U-turn. So finally, he ends up busting that U-turn and still is acting like he doesn't know where he's going. After I'm still pointed, I pointed to where my house was because at that point, those apartments that I lived in were pretty bright versus the other houses and apartments that were on the street. So we bust this U-turn, and so he's going fast and slow, still looking around, like trying to figure out what he was gonna do, right? Or take me or what, because there was just like a lot of weird side streets and stuff like that. So, and then mind you, my apartment was right next to a park, like literally. I could jump the little it was like my house, and then just a wooden, not even a wooden, cement like wall that you could just jump over and you're right there at the park. So I'm calling my husband by the time we bust this U-turn, because he's like, hey, where are you? Are you okay? What's going on? And so then he finally busts the U-turn again. He's trying to go back and forth, slow, fast, trying to act like he's trying to figure out where to take me after I already directed where to take me. And his map tells him on his phone where to take me, but yet he didn't want to follow that. So then all of a sudden, he does realize that there's a park next to my house, and that's where I think he was going to take me at that location. So finally, we're, you know, again, fast, slow, down this 3-block radius to my house now. So I'm telling him, keep going straight, keep going straight. You know, he spoke English. He wasn't like, he didn't have an accent or anything like that. He spoke English and everything. So like I said, he didn't have like an accent. He didn't have any type of, like where he couldn't understand what I was saying. He knew what I was saying. He was well aware of it. Then he kept trying to look back at me and try to act like he was focused to me. Like, hey, where is your house? Where is your house? I guess like, it's right there. Like, I keep showing you. So again, like I said, I was dialing my husband. I don't think he was paying attention that I was dialing my husband on the phone. But my husband, mind you, was already like out looking at like through the windows for me. Like, where's my wife? What's going on? So then all of a sudden we get to approaching my house. I'm grabbing all my stuff ready to get out. Like, and I even had my hand on the handle of the, you know, the car door to be ready to like just jump out. But as soon as we get to my house, he pulls up on the driveway to act like he was gonna go and let me off. And then all of a sudden backs up really fast and tried to zoom to the park entrance way. So all of a sudden, but then all of a sudden when he was shifting gears, it got stuck. So my husband, seeing us pulling up and backing up, my husband ran outside to get me. And so then all of a sudden he's like trying to shift the gear back to keep going. And so I was like, I was panicking by then. I was like, my stop's right here. My stop is right here. Like, oh my God. My husband rushed out because I don't know what happened. Like, I think when he seen the shadow of my husband or like a male figure, it kind of made him panic. So then all of a sudden, like I said, while he's still trying to switch gears and I'm like, this is my house. This is my house. Just let me out right here, right here. He's like, no, I'm going to let you out somewhere else. My husband jumped in front of his car. And that was it. Like, he just stopped. I said, you could just let me out right here. Finally, he unlocked the door, let me out, and that was it. But he literally got mad, and he literally was like, I don't know what he was thinking. Like, he didn't want to take me home. Like, he literally was in this weird, like, I don't know what to say. Like I said, I think in the heat of the moment, I was going to be in real danger because, like I said, if a person is communicating to you that you live right here and you're sitting there acting like you don't know where that was, no, he was looking for a place to take me. Like I said, this park too next door to me, pretty much not taken care of, even though they remodeled it, but a lot of issues. They had a lot of homeless people staying there, a lot of like crimes that was going on at that park, and it just became ran down. And there was like someone actually not even like 6 months before I moved there, a female died. It was like 3 people that ended up killing this homeless lady there. It ended up being like a lot of like weird stuff that happened at that park. Mind you, I wish I would have done my research before I even moved there, but it was just, oh my God. And I think what he was, like I said, what he was gonna do, because if you would have took the parkway, that whole street is black. And then over there is like dark black, no lights. And then it's all dirt road and industrial buildings. So I would have been screwed. Like, I would have been, oh my God. And mind you, at that time, so by the time I got out of the car and I'm all shooken up, like, what the heck? Oh my God. I kept telling him, my house is right here. My house is right here. I mean, he could even drop me off across the street. I would have ran across the street to my house. Like, you know what I mean? Because I already passed that liquor store that I didn't like walking by. I already passed the other one that I didn't like walking by. So you could have just dropped me off right there. Earned your little money, I would have tipped it, whatever, you know? No, but he didn't want to take me home. He kept trying to find a different route to go when I specifically said, my house is right there. We passed by it. My house is right there. But no. So at that time, again, Lyft, when I came home, you couldn't report this. You couldn't do anything. And then on top of that, the person, your attacker, whoever it is, knows where you live. So do you think a lot of times a person's going to report that attack? Like, oh yeah, this person tried to do this to me. No, you have no one to report it to. You get a number, like, no, not even a number. You have to go through the app and do the whole talking to a robot. Like, yes, excuse me, robot, someone was trying to kidnap me. Oh, did you want to update your credit card payment? Or are you having problems processing your payment? Or do you not see your Lyft driver? Those were the questions. Like, what? Where do they do that at? Like, why can't I report this driver? And again, it's like the person knows where you live, where they're dropping you off and stuff like that. So why would I want to report that person now that they know where I live? So every time I took a Lyft driver, a Lyft or a Uber driver after that, because I had to take it for a couple more weeks until my car was ready, I had to sit there and be like, reject anybody who was a male at that time. I was like, nope, nope, off of just the fear of that person just acting like they were going to kidnap me or whatever they were going to do. So I was just very cautious. But now they have it where you could complain about a person who, your attacker, or if you had a bad experience like that, you could report it now. And I know there's like lawsuits going on against Lyft and Uber drivers. Now, do I recommend that you report it still? Yes, I mean, definitely. Do I feel like also too, being a woman, you need to learn some kind of self-protection or self-defense? Yes, all the way. Like after that, I became more of where I learned how to shoot firearm. My husband takes me out and we go shooting to shooting ranges, outdoor shooting, indoor shootings. I know how to load and fire guns. So if I've ever put in that mindset, I'm responsible. I know my amendments. I know my rights. I know my compliances. So I'm good. And when I go out, I carry stuff. Like I carry one thing. I'm not going to say everything I carry, because who watches my videos or who will I run into? I don't know. But I carry stuff because I believe in protecting myself, and I believe there's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world. You have to be alert, and that was just an experience that kind of traumatized me, that scared me, and thank God I don't have to take a Lyft or Uber driver. But if you have to take one, this is my story, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And I think my mask is about ready to come off. This mask was not that good. It didn't have too much stuff on it. It just feels dry, like a dry paper towel. But yeah, go ahead and remove this. I hope you guys liked my story. If you had any experiences like that, please let me know down in the comments below. And like I said, I do believe in self-defense. I do believe in that. So, you know, I have shooting videos. I think I have one shooting video. I'll try to link that in the description down below. But I believe you should learn how to shoot and defend yourself. Like, I mean, this person was going to pick the wrong person to kidnap that night, because I at least had pepper spray for sure. I know I did. So, but yeah, I mean, again, that was a scary, scary experience. But I will see you guys in my next video. I will have a Dollar Tree haul for you guys tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a blessed and awesome day. Happy Monday again. See you real soon.